I'm going to be talking about an exercise that I labeled a body check. And so, the reason that we would have your child go through this process, this exercise of a body check, is to help with their overall sensations, their perception of what they feel in their body, as well as increasing the relaxation of their pelvic floor musculature, and an added bonus of stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. Your child is going to be laying flat and completely relaxed, and the exercise of body check requires that someone else ask some auditory verbal questions, and the person completing the exercise, laying flat on the floor, is then internally thinking about the answers to the questions that the other person is asking. So later in this video, I am going to demonstrate those questions. But if you don't think that your child will respond well to my voice, you can always use the video as an example, and then you can be the one that asks the questions and is with your child talking them through each layer of questions. So there are 3 layers of questions that you're going to work through with a body check. You're going to work from the outside environment, and then you're going to work to the second layer, which is things that your child is touching. And the third layer is internal sensations, internally what they're perceiving from the sensations of their body. So you'll understand a little bit more what I mean when I go through the questions themselves. But basically, you're going to ask questions of what your child senses in the room around them, and then what is touching their body, and then you're going to work inside their body, going from head down to their groin. So thinking about their brain, their thirst, their hunger, and then down into the groin. And like I said, you'll understand a little bit more when I work through the example questions. The person that's going to be guiding the verbal questions throughout this exercise will speak in a low, calm, slow voice. The whole process of working through this is going to stimulate what we call the parasympathetic nervous system, which is also nicknamed the rest and digest system. So when we are calm and relaxed, our parasympathetic nervous system drives, and that means that our body shunts blood to our internal organs, which really helps our body focus on the digestion that our body is responsible for, versus being in a state of high arousal, ready to go, active, high alert. Then our body brings our blood to our large muscles of our legs and arms, and digestion becomes less of a priority. So once we get into a relaxed state, our blood is going to really start helping the digestive system. So one of the benefits of just relaxing, taking breaths in general, is to stimulate the system. Once you get into a relaxed state, you can begin the process of working through the body check. And so I'm going to demonstrate now the words that I would use and the questions that you might ask as you go through this exercise. So you're going to have your child lay down on their back, and the first step is to just find an environment and a position that is completely relaxing. So a quiet place with or without gentle music in the background can be helpful. Hands on your belly so that you can feel your breathing or above your head. And once you kind of settle into a position, you want to just completely relax. So now that you're relaxed, I want you to think about the room around you. I want you to think about the temperature of the room. Does the room feel too hot or too cold or just right? Do you hear any sounds around you? Does the room feel bright or very dark or in between? Think about what you're laying on. Are you laying on something that's very soft or hard or just right? Are your clothes against your skin scratchy or are they soft? Are your shoes too tight, or are they very loose, or are they just right? Now think about inside your body. Does your brain feel very awake, or sleepy, or in the middle? Does your throat feel thirsty, or are you okay? Go down into your belly. Does your belly feel full or hungry, or are you just right? Now go down a little bit further below your belly. That's where your bladder is. Way in the bottom where your bladder is held, your pee is held in your bladder. Is your bladder very full of pee? Is there a little bit of pee, or is there no pee? Now think about your rectum. That's where your poop is held before you poop it out. Is your rectum very full of poop? Is there a little bit of poop or no poop? Now think about the muscles that are in your bottom, in your pelvic floor. These muscles go around your poop and your pee holes to hold everything inside. Are those muscles turned on and tight? Are they relaxed? Or are they pushing out, like feeling like you're trying to poop? Once you finish the body check exercise, you can check in with your child later throughout the day using some key phrases from the body check, but not necessarily doing the whole thing. So you can talk about how is your body feeling right now, or you can be more specific. What does your bladder feel right now? What does your rectum feel right now? Do you feel like there's a lot of poop inside? You can ask those questions in response to your child saying that they need to go to the bathroom, or when you ask them if they need to go and they say they don't, you can ask those same questions. So you can take pieces of the body check and just use that in your vocabulary throughout the day when you're talking to your child about toileting sensations or sensations in general.